Hi everyone, welcome. Hi, I'm Mickey, and today welcome to what we are doing in the studio this week session. That's quite a long-winded one. So what we're going to do for the next 30 minutes is do a summary of what we're doing in the studios this week, the sequence that we're doing in the studios this week for the yogis that come to the studios every week. So that you can practice before next week, we'll get together for next week. And for the others who've missed this week's classes and maybe don't get the opportunity to get to the studio, this is for you as well. So what we're going to be really focusing on, what we've been focusing on this week is the exhale. So very often, I'm just going to put my glasses down, very often we're focusing on the inhale. We sort of think, this big expansive inhale, and then we're not fully exhaling. So we're going to do it the opposite way round. We're going to really focus on. So if you just take a full inhale for the moment, and a full exhale, and then give it a little bit extra of an exhale, so that you completely empty out. Let's do that again. Close the mouth and do that again with the inhale fully, exhale fully. So that you really begin to notice that as you inhale, the diaphragm lowers and the ribs expand to make space. I'm over-exaggerating for dramatic purposes. And then as you exhale, the diaphragm lifts and the navel's drawn in. So we're going to begin by bringing the arms out in front of you. You can do this sitting or kneeling as I'm doing. Connect the fingers and press the palms away. Inhale, fully open. Exhale, fully scoot the tail under and draw the navel in, chin into chest. Inhale, fully open. Exhale, fully. Inhale fully, exhale fully. So if you're sitting down, you're rolling over the sit bones and opening up the front, so a little bit like cat and cow, and then rolling back over the sit bones, scooping the tail under, the elbows and the wrists are at shoulder height. Inhale fully, open, exhale fully. This just helps us to really get into that exhale, and notice how the inhale, the deeper you exhale, the more open the inhale. The deeper that you exhale. So take your time at the bottom of that exhale to empty out, and then inhale fully. And you can speed this up. Let's do two more. And two, and then we're going to come down. I'm going to come down onto the mat now. I'm going to take that a little bit further by bringing that into cat and cow. So in a tabletop position, inhale fully, and just be aware that in cat and cow, you're not just moving the lower back here, the place that you are very flexible, that you're actually getting into chin in nice and tight. Draw the navel in, fully exhale. Fully inhale, that happens quite organically. Fully exhale, chin in, fully inhale, fully exhale. One more, fully inhale, and then come to tabletop. In that tabletop position, the knees are 1 foot apart, that's one of your feet. Relax the front of the feet here. Make sure that your tabletop doesn't kind of look more collapsed like this, where you wouldn't be able to balance anything on it. That the arms feel like they're long and the neck is long, and we're extending back the right leg. But it's only, the leg is only moving in this socket. Be careful that you don't start to collapse or fall over to one side just because you've moved that leg. You're still in this very strong and stable tabletop position. Lengthen that leg. Without leaning back, lengthen the leg. So you're making the leg long and you're activating these muscles here. Then extend the left arm forward so that the bicep is next to the ear. Biceps next to the ear. And then point the foot and lift the right foot off the mat so that the leg is long, and what we're not doing is getting into this kind of collapse position where you're trying to get the leg up in the air. We're not doing that. We're lengthening the leg back and lengthening the left arm forward. Take a full inhale there, and on an exhale, bring the chin in tight and the forehead, the elbow, the knee together. Inhale, extend, but again, focus on exhale. Inhale, 2, 4, 5, extend and hold, stabilize. Use the muscles so that you're not collapsing, you're not leaning into the right arm, and then exhale the left hand down, the right knee down. Let's go straight to the other side. Left leg back, again, lengthening that left leg back, not collapsing, long, stable. Use the core muscles. Extend the right arm forward so that the bicep is next to the ear. Lift the left foot off, connect to the left heel, and the right middle finger is the same height, rather than this kind of configuration where you're collapsed over to one side. Focus on leveling off the hips, sending the arm forward. Inhale fully, fully exhale. 4, 5, extend long, hand down, knee down, stabilize, cat and cow. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. Getting into all those bits up here where you're generally stiff. That exhale, chin in tight. Inhale fully. Exhale fully. One more. Exhale fully, and then stabilize. Step the right leg back again, that long leg, step the left leg back, plank. 5 breaths here. Inhale fully. Focusing on the exhale. And then knees down. Keep that tail up nice and high. Rotate the arms so that the elbows bend back and you bring the chin in between the hands. Slide the legs back. Relax the feet, relax the thighs, relax the buttocks. High cobra. Relax the buttocks. So if you squeeze the buttocks, you compress the lower back. Relax them so that you're able to use the arms to come up nice and high in that cobra. Take a full inhale there. A full exhale. Shoulders away from the ears. One more full inhale. Exhale, bum to heels. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Make that downward facing dog. Don't overextend. It's one of the things that I see a lot in class is where you end up in this kind of shape. You're really overextended. Make sure that that isn't happening, that that tail's pointing up, that the thighs are engaged and the heels are moving towards the mat, and that the head isn't kind of poking through. Ears are parallel to the biceps again. Relax that tummy there. Let's take 3 breaths there. Inhale fully. That's it. The navel's drawn in. 3. And then option here, you can either walk to the front of the mat or you can jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, extend, look forward. Exhale, fold, drop the head. Relax the arms, give the wrists a shake. And then when you come to roll up, you're stacking the knees above the ankles, the hips above the knees, the thighs engage and the shoulders come in so that the shoulders are above the wrist and you're in Tadasana. Step, take a big circle around with the right leg and step the right leg back so that the hips open to the side of the mat and the left knee's pointing forward. Let the left hand rest on the knee, and we're going to front crawl this right arm. 1. I always get my left and right mixed up, don't I? 2. So just like when you're swimming in front crawl, you're using it as a paddle. 3, so the hand's rotating. And when it comes forward, the palm faces outwards. When it goes back, the arm rotates. 4. 5, let's go the opposite way, backstroke. Inhale, back. 1. 2, so really rotating that arm in the socket. 3, hips are open. 4, and on 5, extend that right arm out to the right. Straighten the left leg. Hips are open to the side of the mat. Left arm extends up towards the ceiling, but you're extending from that big toe to these left fingers. Inhale fully, and on the exhale, you're lengthening. Long, long, long left side, all the way. So for most people, that hand's going to be on the calf or even the knees. For others, maybe you can get all the way down to the foot, but don't lose this triangle of space that's here. Look back at the back hand, which is your right hand, and extend that arm up. Look up. Inhale, exhale, focusing exhale. Leaning, rather than leaning towards me, you're coming away from me, not leaning really. 4, 5, inhale long again on that left side, all the way around, come up. Inhale fully, exhale, step to the top of the mat. We're going to go to the other side. I'm just going to turn around so that you can see me better. We're back into Tadasana. Sweeping, stepping that left side back, so the left arm goes back, and your hips open to the left side. Backstroke. Or is it front crawl first? 1. So I still get it mixed up when I'm doing this. 2. Paddling the arm around. 3. 4. 5. Let's go the other way. 1. 2. 3. 4. Breathing. 5. Extending the right arm up. Straightening the right leg, so the whole of the right side is long, and I'm going long, 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 long. That arm lengthening the whole of the right side. So my goal is to maintain this triangle rather than collapsing forward towards the floor. That's easy to do that. But there's nothing really happening there. We haven't got the space to breathe. So as we go back, then down. Now see this triangle? Lengthening the whole of the right side, then looking back and up to the left hand. 5. Exhale. What's happened to exhale? And 1. Inhale, long, 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 all the way back up. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. Inhale fully. When you're in Tadasana, you want to have that stacked ankles, knees, hips, shoulders in one straight line. Take a full inhale, and then exhale, we're going to fold down. Inhale, look forward, extend. Exhale, stepping back the right side again. Inhale to high lunge. Heart center, rotate on that back foot, warrior 2. And for most people, you want to inch that front foot forward so that you get lower here and you're not tempted to lean. Spine's in the middle. Eyes are on the front middle finger, which is your left finger. Extend from finger to finger. And then 2 options as we come, forearm to thigh. Chest is still facing me, or fingers to the outside of that left foot. Extend and lengthen the right arm over, looking under the armpit. 1. And on 5, in one big inhale, and then the exhale brings the fingers to the outside. reversed warrior. You'll notice that the stance doesn't change. You don't start doing this. We're lifting up out of here, walking the fingers down the outside of that right leg. Breathe. 2. I'm breathing through my mouth, but it's because I'm talking. 4. And on 5, we're windmilling back to warrior 3. Warrior 2. We're bringing the arms around behind us. I'm connecting my fingers. Roll those shoulders out the way. Extend the arms away. Take a full inhale. And on the exhale, the left shoulder folds inside the right. Again, focus on the exhale. 3, 4, and on 5, coming up that very stable foundation as you come back to warrior 2. Step that, take a couple of inch that back foot in so that you're able to reduce that big long stance as you come up. Take an inhale, exhale, step straight in with a knee high. Yeah, stacked. Take a moment. Then we're going to wrap that right knee around the left. I'm going to turn around so I can show you. Eagle bind. Eagle bind is for more beginners, maybe you're just here. A little bit more experience, you might be able to wrap it around, which is very, very tricky when you're talking and you're videoing and you're wrapping legs around. Legs go around. I'll find my focal point. See, even I wobble around. Hands to heart center. And then if you feel like you'd like to take it in the eagle bind, lift the elbows up. Find the focal point. Five, extend the leg out. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're back to Tadasana at the front of the mat. Inhale fully, exhale fully. I'm going to turn around so you can see the other side. We're sweeping the arms up, open, exhale, fold. Step back left. Inhale, high lunge, heart center, open up to warrior 2. It's a nice way to come into that nice wide warrior 2. Forearm to thigh or fingers, hand to the outside of the right foot. Breathing there, extending from the outside of that left heel to the left middle fingers. 1. You can look up if you feel like it, look under the armpit. 5, windmill all the way over in 1 breath. Extending, lengthening. Make sure that that top arm doesn't sort of summon into some of the hands hanging. Power through it. 4, 5, back to warrior 2. Arms around the back, connect the fingers. But this time it's the opposite index finger on top. Roll the shoulders out of the way, extend the arms back, take a full inhale and fold inside that right knee. Nice and long with the exhale. 4, and on 5, coming up. Again, reducing that stance, rotating around to high lunge, stepping in, nice and high with that knee. Find your focus, cross the left over right. Again, I'm going to turn around and face you. Cross the left over right, so that might be just here. Maybe you can wrap it all the way around. Find your focal point. Bend the standing knee. It's always a little bit easier on the second side. Focus on the breathing to focus. 5. Oh. Woo. It's all right, you're at home, no one else is looking. 5, come to the top of the mat. Don't worry if you're wobbling around. Just do it, you can do it, just get involved and enjoy it. Remember that your yoga practice is a leisurely practice. and it's something that we do together because we enjoy it. Please do not make your yoga practice something that is, I got to do. Takes the joy out of anything when it just becomes another thing that you think, oh my God, da 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 da. Enjoy it. Raise the energy, raise the vibration by doing it, not lowering it and thinking, oh, here we go again, I got to do this again. Let's come to the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Looking forward again, extend. So the option here is option 1, step back. Option 2, jump back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, extend and lengthen that left leg. Inhale, exhale, left elbow. Inhale, cross it to right elbow. Inhale, left elbow. Inhale, we're going to step that foot through. Runner's lunge. High lunge. Inhale, exhale, this time step that up. This time we're going to circle that hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do this a lot in class, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Take that ankle, bring it to the inside seam of the left foot. Palms to heart center. So if you're wobbling like this, you're going crazy like this, then just bring the foot to the calf or even to the ankle. Extend the arms up. Focus on the exhale. 3, 4, and on 5, let's extend the leg out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tadasana at the top of the mat. Inhale fully, exhale fully. Once again, inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Stepping, so I'm going to step back this time to show you the step back. You lower it down to chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And it's the right leg that lengthens. Inhale, tap the outside of the right elbow. Inhale back up and that full exhale again. Right. And this one, step that through. High lunge. Inhale, exhale, step the left leg in. There we go again with the left and the right. It's crazy. Hands on hips. Circle that like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opposite way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the knee high. Take hold of the ankle. Bring it to the inner thigh. And if you, so it's the big toes pointing down and that foot hasn't crept around. Or bring it to the ankle or the calf. Try not to have it, don't have it on that halfway place on the knee like that. When you're pushing like this, it turns into this kind of thing. Practice down here. Then you'll get it up here. 5, 4, focus on the exhale. 1, and extend the leg out. 5, so you can keep your hands on the hip the whole time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tadasana at the top of the mat. Again, that's stacking. I'm going to come to the other side just so that you can see. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Let's get that back nice and long. Exhale, folding a little bit deeper. Lifting the toes up. Wrapping the index and the middle finger around the big toes. Toes down. Elbows wide. Fold the rib towards the thigh. So you want to reduce the space between here and here. Again, inhale, extend. If you want to go a little bit deeper, it's quite helpful to do that fold. That exhale. 4, and on 5, release. Bring the palms down. Again, stepping back or jumping back. Lowering down. Upward facing dog. Rolling back over the toes. You'll notice I'm rolling over the toes together. as we come to downward facing dog. Let's do 3 nice, fully exhaling breaths. Relax that tummy there. It's a little bit easier to do this when you're in downward facing dog. 4. We've done 5. So option is to jump to the front of the mat, or you can walk to the front of the mat with the feet outside the hands in Malasana squat, looking forward. And if you're practicing Malasana squat and you've not done it for a while, you could get your brick or something to sit on and put the brick underneath your tail so that you're able to open up the hips and sit up. This is a really, really useful, I'm always saying this, but it took me nearly 10 years to get this squat, this Malasana squat posture really down. So don't worry if it's taking you time to get into postures. Extend the arms out and then sit down. We're going straight into Savasana, everyone's favourite. I'm always thinking that. Ankles and knees level. Extend the right, extend the left, look up at the big toes, release the hands. 5, 4, remember, 3, flat all the way down, 2, 1, we're going to lower down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, floating there, 5, 4, focusing on the breathing, 3, 2, 1, back up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend the knees, wrap the index finger and the middle finger around the big toe, extend the legs. Don't worry if your knees are bent, but the arms are inside the knees. Flex the heels, so really flex the feet, so that when you roll forward, the calves come down first, and then the knees come down. And you'll see what happens when you roll forward in that position, your pelvis tilts. So I'm sitting in the front of my sit bones, rather than sitting here, because it's literally impossible. When that tail's tucked under, it's literally impossible to get to a forward fold. So you've got to be in that position here, rather than in that position. So rolling forward, that's why we do that. That's why I do that technique of rolling forward, because it helps to get into this position. Then bring this feet together, stay in that forward position, straighten the back, inhale fully and lengthen. So you want to get those ribs down towards the thighs. Hands, for some people you can go beyond the feet, for others they'll be here, for some they'll be here. 2, 4, and on 5 we're rolling up nicely. Stepping the right foot in, bring the right all the way up in the inner thigh, and then open that right knee out to the side, the sole of the foot's at the inner thigh. Again, that open, so you're rolling in front of the sit bones like we did at the beginning, and then on the exhale you're folding, going beyond long, rather than crumbling where the rib moves away from the thigh. You want to fold it so the rib goes towards the thigh, breathing there. 4, and on 5, coming up gracefully. Let's swap that over. So it's the left foot in, opens up to the side. You roll forward again, you create space in the front, inhale, and on the exhale you fold over that right leg. Rib towards the thigh. 1, 2, focusing on that exhale to get a little bit deeper. And on 5, nice and slowly coming up, nice and long. Feel that lovely long back there. We're going to do a twist now. So stepping the left foot in, step the left over right. So bring the sole of the foot as high as you can, but it's on the mat. Go forward with the right arm and wrap the right elbow around the left knee. Squeeze that knee, rotate around to the left. Left and right's again, Mickey. With the left hand, if you're going to bring the hand to the floor, just make sure you stay on the fingertips, because when you put the palm down, there's a tendency to lean. So staying on the fingertips, let's focus on that exhale. 4, 4, and on 5 we're going to unravel. And then back to centre, release that. Step the other foot in, which is your right foot, right over left. Left arm forward, wrap the elbow around the knee, twist, rotate. Inhale, exhale, twist. 2. Really focus on the exhale. Don't worry about the inhale. The inhale, we're so well designed that the inhale's going to happen. Believe you me, otherwise you wouldn't be sitting there. 4, and on 5 I'm rotating. We're coming back to centre, stepping the feet in, coming towards the front of the mat. Send the arms out and then rolling down, lengthening the back down on the mat, extending the arms wide. Right leg rises, left leg rises, 5 breaths here, waterfall. Being careful that you don't take the hands and start to do this type of thing where the lower back is rolled off the floor, bum's rolled off the floor. Do the opposite, move the legs away so you're in an L shape. So here we go, 5 breaths. If you're watching this maybe for the 3rd or 4th time, you could stay here for as long as you want to. 10 breaths really. 4 and 5. We're going to cross the left over right. This is a good way to practice eagle bind and wrap the left foot around. Bring the hands over that left knee and draw it into the chest, and then roll onto the edge of the right hip. Bring the knees to the floor on the right side. You might need to shuffle onto the edge of that right hip. Tuck the right shoulder under and twist the top from the waist up to the left. Inhale fully. 3, relax that tummy, draw it in. 4, 5, unbind the legs, bring them back to centre, straighten them in the middle. Let's take 5 breaths again. If you need to bring the hips back, do that as well to get a nice neutral spine. 1. So getting all the benefits of the feet above the head. You can Google that for more details on that. 4, you can Google any of this. 5, let's go right over left, wrap it around, hands in towards, knees in towards the chest. Get onto the edge of the left hip, bring the knees to the floor of the left, tuck the left shoulder under and extend and twist from the navel up to the right. 2, 3, 4, let that exhale land. 5, unravel the legs. Let's bring those back to centre. Bring the hips back to centre. Let's take 5 breaths here. Looking at the big toes. Focus on that exhale, don't lose it. 2 options here. One is to just bend the knees, bring the feet down and go into Savasana this way. Otherwise, you can do what we do when we're in the studio, down, lowering down for 10, 9, using those core muscles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're in Savasana. Let's make a fist with the hands. Tighten that fist. Squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears. Tense, tense. Squeeze the buttocks. Tense the thighs. Tense the feet. Tense the face and the head. Tense, 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 tense. Then release. In Savasana. For the purpose of this video, we're going to take 5 breaths here. But again, this is the point where you can just relax. You can press pause and just go, you know what, I'm going to take a minute here. I'm going to take 5 minutes. And at the end of your 5 minutes, let's bring the knees into the chest, roll over onto the right side, pause there as well. Looking at all the dust on the floor, don't mess up your yoga vibe for doing that. And at the end of the next exhale, very, very slowly, bringing the head up nice and slowly and coming to sit. Back to where we started. Hands rest on the knees. Chin very slightly tucked in, and just be aware that the head isn't going forward, bringing the head back. And let's take one Om together, bringing the sound of the Om to vibrate in the throat chakra. The sound to vibrate in the throat chakra, disintegrating any negative tendencies and energies of moaning and complaining and going on and on and on about the same things over and over and over again. Blocked throat chakra. Talking yourself down. Low vibration. And we're going to disintegrate that. We're going to dislodge that to make space for high vibration. To talk yourself up. To have self-belief. To communicate positively, not just with other people, but with yourself. Positive communications. So that when you switch this off, you can go and communicate all nice and positively with your friends, your family, the people that you work with, and talk them up as well. So we're all vibrating at a higher level. One Om, vibrating in the throat. Let's inhale together. Palms and the thumbs together at heart center. The thumbs connecting to the physical heart, with the fingers pointing upwards to the spiritual heart at the crown, the twin hearts. And we often close our practice with Namaste, which means I honour the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honour the place in you of love, of light, of truth, of peace. I honour the place in you, that when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, there is only one of us. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for joining me today, and every day that you can possibly make it, that you want to make it, remembering yoga is a practice of joy. See you in the studio, or see you back here next week. Hari Om.